I guess it can be about why we've been late.
Yeah.
Apologies for the delay. But this is why it's not easy to vlog every week. And so, do we just wing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Intro then.
So, this is the intro. And welcome everyone to episode, I don't remember what number it
We
is
don't do
because
numbers.
wow, it
We
has
don't do
been
numbers.
Yeah, but it's been a while. I mean, mad things happening behind the scenes. But yeah, so today we don't really have a topic. We don't really know what we're going to discuss on the vlog. We're just going to kind of wing it and bring you guys up to speed about whatever we can about how the company is going and what we've been up to. But yeah, I mean, karibuni.
Yes. Mad things doesn't mean like we're making piles of money, by the way. Mad things is just like one of the reasons we wanted to do this vlog was to record for others and for ourselves, to remind ourselves about like the ups and downs that exist. And you hear like, as for first time entrepreneurs, you hear that there's a lot of up and down. Sound check. First, are they hearing me right now? We'll find out at the end.
I think I should just.
Okay. We're good. Continuity, the couples here. One thing we hear a lot about is how much of like a roller coaster, ups and downs, uncertainty there is, and the thing that represents this the most for us has been our experience in funding and fundraising for this company. That, I mean, 1 week. Yeah, I mean, well, the worst part is we're not even in a position. It's still ongoing, so we're not in a position to talk too much about it.
Yeah.
But we do promise, like, we will be vlogging about this openly once we are able to be fully
at the end. Whatever that end is, whether it's like we got zero bob or stuff happened, we will tell you about it.
But now we're just like dangling a fruit.
Yeah,
there
sorry
that we're
about
not
that.
getting. That's a
but
boring
it's
subject.
just sorry.
So it's these kind of things that are the reason why we've in the last few months struggled a bit to keep up the regular vlogging, because we've done a couple of episodes where we focus a lot on inside things that are very specific to us, like what are the key metrics that matter and so on, which is nice stuff to record. I don't know if people care that much about it. I think our more interesting content is on us as individuals and our experience as business founders.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not always that easy to identify the things that people would be interested in. Yeah, I think I was. It's not that easy to identify the stuff that people would be interested in hearing. So yeah, I think we've been filtering ourselves too much, basically.
Yeah.
We've been coming here, sitting here saying like, what are we going to record? This camera, this is Dickie's camera, this is my house. This camera has been in this house for a long time. It's like, we're going to record tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
but
then
what?
Yeah.
But what are we going to record? And then we end up not recording because we don't have a topic. So yeah, that's the reason we're winging it today. So yeah, I mean, that's as much as we can tell you about that aspect of the business. But I mean, as far as the rest of the business is concerned, we're still doing everything that we possibly can on a daily basis to move this thing forward in whatever way we can. Some days that means 3 meetings. Some days that means like hours of research, whatever you wanna call it. Some days that's just speaking to people. Other days that's like making calls. And yeah, I mean, we're doing all of this with the hopes that at some point in the future things will link up well enough that we can now start sprinting instead of
cantering.
Look it up. I don't know what it means either.
Yeah, I think by now people will have seen the Born Awards thing. We won an award, which was very nice to be honored in that way. But I think that's a very good illustration of the kind of almost bipolar experience of being a business founder. That each day there's like really cool, big things like that come through, or recognition you get, or even just the kind words and feedback from your existing users. and of course sales is another one that excites like that. But you also get stuff like setbacks, or dead ends in things that you are pursuing, or assumptions that you've stuck to and made a lot of decisions based on that are then proven wrong. And that's the roller coaster bit that is fun on one side of it, because you have never experienced this in a job. I think it would be the worst job on earth if you had this kind of roller coaster.
That would be a terrible job.
It's also uncertain. Dickie just did a blog post the other day about this, that the uncertainty it creates is something you just have to embrace and roll with, and occasionally persevere through, but enjoy the highs and don't focus too much on the lows, because at the end of the day it may or may not work out.
A good illustration of it's not even a low, but it was like a funny situation that we went through the other day. So we're in this living room and we were doing our taxes because we're good Kenyans. So we went through the process of like doing our taxes, and obviously this was for like last financial year, so I mean January to December last year. And so like Sitati was looking through his P9A form and he was like, guy, I was making this much money. So it was like a quick throwback to like the comfort and like the way we didn't really think about the money as a big thing in our jobs. But I mean it was nice. It was nice to be able to just constantly depend on that every month. It was nice.
I think both of us had that healthy skepticism about these be your own boss, do entrepreneurship at any cost type stuff. The dial hasn't really changed majorly for me. Like, this is pretty much the experience I expected. It's a slog, I know people have said that. Employment has its benefits for sure. Grass is always greener on the other side. That's human nature. So as an employee, you're always like, I want to be my own boss and set my own times, and the sky is the limit in how much you earn. All facts. But as a entrepreneur, when you see someone taking home 5 times what you're taking home and shutting the laptop at 5 p.m. and that's the end of the day, it's also a nice life. So I guess it's good to remember both sides. I don't think it's not like Dick and I are going to start signing up for jobs today.
But I mean, it's just I think it's something that's also important for entrepreneurs to talk about. You can't only talk about your successes. Like, that's the reason we're doing this vlog, is to like just keep a track and remember, even in our future, if it's hopefully successful, we can still look back and like relive what we were thinking at these different stages along the way. And I think it's also important for anyone who's interested in taking the leap to know that it's not all rosy. That's all it is. And it's not to discourage you, it's just to just give you some insight into the fact that it won't instantly on day one look like what you hope it will look like in 5 years. So we've probably all had those stats about how many startups fail. So I think one of the conversations Dickie and Dickie and I had before committing to this path, quitting our jobs and doing this full time, was however much we back ourselves and now think that this is a big business idea and there's a lot of opportunity here, there is a strong chance of an outcome where we fail at this. So one of the key things we have to have is like the thing that you're actually relying on getting out of this experience cannot be success. It should instead be that you're relying on the learnings you can make, the experience you'll do. And it does afford you some freedoms in life, like we went and worked from the coast 1 week, which is not a thing that everybody can do, because we had the flexibility to work wherever we want. That kind of thing is more what you need to bank on. So I think people always just think of it as like, am I taking the gamble to go for the stars, or am I going to stay here? But you need to consider that it could be years of something in between the two, and you may never even hit those stars. And even if you do, that's just one moment at the end of years of work. So you have to embrace that this is going to be a reality. It's a good vlog. That's a solid vlog. I feel I might not even need to edit very much. It is always nice.
I don't know how loud that noise is going to be, but
right on time.
It's a metaphor. Work in progress. All right, so we will vlog more frequently than we have been, and sorry for the delay.
And it might look a lot more like this than like planned stuff, but
At
I
least
doubt
it's on
you
YouTube.
dislike that.
All right, guys.
Maka next time. Au revoir.
Oh, wait. did you want that one?
No, I just dropped some
okay,
French.
You just dropped